सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च स्म ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम नमस्ते सरस्वते देवि स्मरिणे निर्विशेषशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्याय नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा दीनबन्धो जगत् गोपेश गोपिका कान्त श्री राधाकान्त नमस्ते अत्र काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्री राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय भद्र सुभद्राभ्यां श्री जगन्नाथाय ते वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम स्तुतिवाचालं पंकुं लङ्कायितं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं आनन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। Hare Krishna. So we will continue reading from Light from Bhagavat, and today we are going to discuss text 2. The scorching heat of the sun evaporates water from the seas, rivers, lakes, and reservoirs, and there is little water anywhere. The people become thirsty and always look overhead for rain, but in despair. Yet just at the right moment, torrents of rain begin to fall everywhere in the land, even on hard stones, and the land becomes overflooded. The welfare state imposes upon its citizens scorching taxes in various forms: income tax, sales tax, land tax, terminal tax, excise tax, customs tax, and so many other taxes. But in due course, when the taxes accumulate into a large sum of money, they are utilized for the welfare of the citizens in many ways. Nonetheless, sometimes it happens that the benefits of the taxes fall like rains on stone-hearted men in the state who are unable to utilize the money properly and who squander it for sense gratification. The common man supposes the unequal distribution of rain to represent the nature's wrath for our sinful activities. There is truth in this. Thus, to have an equal distribution of the state-raised taxes, the citizens need to be scrupulously honest and virtuous. They should be honest in the payment of taxes to the state and should have honest representatives to look over the administration. In the modern setup of democratic states, the citizens can have no cause for grievances because the whole administration is conducted by the people themselves. If the people themselves are dishonest, the administrative machinery must be corrupt. Although a damned government of the people may be given a good or fancy name, if the people are not good, they cannot have a good government, regardless of which party governs the administration. Therefore, good character in the consciousness of mass of people is the first principle necessary for good government and equal distribution of wealth. In ancient days, the kings were taught lessons in political philosophy by ideal teachers, and the citizens from the village to village were taught in the principles of self realization. According to the codes, Vedic codes, both for material and spiritual upliftment of the society. Therefore, the citizens were God conscious and honest in their dealings, and the kings were responsible for the welfare of the state. The same basic principles are accepted in the democratic governments of the present day. For the irresponsible party of the people is always voted out of power and must yield to the responsible party for a better government. In the cosmic administration, there is only one party which consists of the servants of God, and the responsible deities of various planets maintain the cosmic laws in terms of the orders of the Supreme Lord. But the people suffer on account of their own folly. And what is their folly? In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that people should perform yagyas or sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. The Supreme is all pervading. Therefore, people must learn to perform yagyas to satisfy the all pervading Supreme Truth. There are different yagyas prescribed for different ages. And in the present age of iron industry, the yagya that enlightens the mind of the masses for God consciousness is recommended. This process of yagya is called Sankirtan Yagya, or the mass agitation for invoking man's lost spiritual consciousness. As soon as this movement is taken up through spiritual singing, dancing, and feasting, the people will automatically become obedient and honest. Obedience is the first law of discipline. The people have become dishonest, disobedient to the laws of God, and therefore neither rain nor wealth is equally distributed. A man who is ultimately disobedient cannot have any good qualifications. But disobedient leaders lead disobedient people. The whole atmosphere of the administration becomes polluted and full of dangers. And when a blind man leads several, as when a blind man leads several other blind, the state taxes, therefore, should be spent to build the character of the people in general. That will bring happiness to the citizens of the state. That will bring happiness to the citizens of the state. Today's analogy talks about, today's meditation talks about the sun evaporating water from the seas, oceans, lakes. So the scorching sun evaporating the water is a painful phenomena, and therefore it is being explained everyone is hunkering for rains. So yet at the right time rain comes, everything is over. Srila Prabhupada equates this effect of the scorching uh, equates scorching to levying taxes by the government. So the government is levying the taxes. The point is that the government is levying the taxes, and it's painful. But if there is a good governance, and all these taxes which are being levied are used for the welfare of the people, then there is relief and a very joyful kind of feeling. Just like just like when rain comes and floods everything, one may get a very relief and joyful kind of feeling. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada is talking about responsible citizens and responsible government. And this responsibility begins with dharma and gets nourished by dharma and grows with dharma and gets sustained by dharma. So Srila Prabhupada is explaining how if there is good government, then be equal distribution. There will be no unequal distribution. The unequal distribution is compared to unequal distribution of rain falling on the rocks. So if that power falls with the wrong person, then it gets wasted. It doesn't go for the welfare of the world. Human mind always thinks our human mind can uh, uh, in very nicely tuned to the idea of tapasya and austerity. The Shastras explain the human mind is the human being is human life is meant for austerity. Tapodevyam putrakayi sakkam shuddhet yasmad brahma sakyam tu anantam. The human life is meant for austerity. And austerity is not a torture. Austerity is a investment. So human mind is geared for this idea of investment. The mistake or the fallacy is that when this mentality of austerity or investment is channelized in the material realm. The person is uh, uh, the person is undergoing austerity in terms of uh, a person is doing austerity in terms of preserving one's resources. But if the aim of that austerity is to get much more material resources for enjoyment and sense gratification, then that is a big mistake. Perfection of life happens when material austerity is aimed at spiritual return. That is perfection of the activity. But the material austerity is aimed at spiritual return. So any sane man in this material world will perform austerities, no matter whatever the ambition. Because that's the only way by which we can achieve something in a lasting manner. So, no austerity, no tapasya, no sense control, no mind control. That means no gain. Even material things one cannot gain. So even material thing, if one wants to gain in a lasting sense, one has to do austerity. Mind control, sense control, mind channelization, activity channelization. Suppose one wants money, so he has to be very sense control because he wants money. So very sense control, day and night he has to work so that he can get money. So suppose one wants money uh, for his whole life, so very very focused. Many years will go in just focusing so that one can get money. So any sane man will do austerity. That means uh, that means for a person who doesn't have resources, full on sense gratification is insanity. Such a person is insane because he is not getting also what he wants. To get what he wants is to perform austerity. So this spirit has to be channelized toward the Supreme Lord. Then we are investing in the right direction. Because when the investment is in the material direction, then the effect of scorching is very prominent. Why? Because the living entity is offering one's hard-earned energy. I mean, one's offering one's precious energy, not hard-earned, precious energy. Yeah, hard-earned because pious credits are equal to one. This is a precious energy, and it is being spent. But if that avenue in which it is being spent is not giving any returns, there will be a full effect of blazing and scorching. That's why Davan. A lot of energy is going out of our system and it is going in waste. And no relief is coming back. Davanal. That feature of Davanal is only coming because the human energy is being spent in useless avenues which do not give back any return. So it is very scorching. It is Davanal. That is the point. So this principle is very important, and therefore, uh, Now here, the analogy, the need comes for good government. Invest and give money to good government will give some good returns. This is true of everything. Our energy, our time should be invested, not anywhere and everywhere, a good avenue. It's true of relationships also. If we invest our time and service and energy, even materially, uh, uh, on a good person, then that person will reciprocate, will feel a lot of relief. One will feel a lot of relief and nourishment. The definition of good person is person mode of goodness is called a good person, at least. At least the minimum qualifying criteria for being a good person is mode of goodness. So that is the minimum qualifying criteria. So one invests in time, energy in a good person and a person mode of goodness, and the return will be satisfying. Because the person mode of goodness, the return will be satisfying. So he'll reciprocate. And his reciprocation, because it's in the mode of goodness, will be satisfying to us. But if one invests in people who are in passion and ignorance, relationships, no return will come. Finish. It goes in vain. Therefore, there is a lot of pain. Huh? So, so therefore, one has to be very careful where one is investing time also. But time is an investment. So if we invest in people, more goodness, we can get good returns and feel relief and feel nourished. But passion, ignorance, no reciprocation. Because passionate person will always try to supersede and extract and exploit. An ignorant person will always try to rebel and punch. So that's the point. So therefore, mode of passion, mode of ignorance, people very dangerous. There's not much use in investing in them. Now this is from a material perspective we are speaking. Even from material perspective, one has to be careful which type of people. So therefore, even from material perspective, association good mode of goodness people is essential. Because passion, ignorance people one associates with. Oh, there is going to be a full scorching effect. Because no gratitude in them, no reciprocation in them, no feeling of obligation in them. Is passionate, no? At max they will punch, they will, no, no, max that's what they will do. They will think destructive or they will think in the terms of competition and superseding us and overthrowing us off. So this is a very nice symbiotic relationship. This is a very nice symbiotic machinery because here, like Anna Prabhupada is explaining that okay, in this analogy, there is this citizens. The citizens are good and they are paying the taxes very nicely, you know, and very honest and upright. So the government is also happy with that. The government gets empowered by that, you know, encouraged, empowered, and then the government is giving whatever they have collected to citizens. Citizens get more faith. Citizens get more satisfied. The citizens develop more confidence, and the citizens can give everything back to the government again. And the government gives everything back to uh, the citizens. So this is a beautiful game. So yeah, so this is a nice symbiotic factory. The symbiotic factory is there, and everyone is benefited by that. And it's a nice sports, no? It's like sports, no? Suppose lawn tennis is there. Person is hitting one side, goes to the other side. It gives it back. It goes it. It is very enjoyable, no? It's very enjoyable. That way. So Uh, but suppose one person sends, the other person catches and runs away with it. That is very bad, no? Like that. No? So there is no sport there. So, cheating there, no? Like that. No? So the same way, actually, one gives the other, one gives the other. That's a very beautiful game we can enjoy. But uh, who can be more enthusiastic in serving whom? It's a beautiful game, actually. Exploitation is not beautiful. There is no game there. There is only pain. So if the government is encouraged nicely, government is encouraged to reciprocate. And the government reciprocates back, the citizen is encouraged to offer everything to the government. This is a beautiful, beautiful reciprocation. We have to understand this principle applies everywhere. And more so on the spiritual realm. That we spiritually help someone, uh, that person will help us in support. Support our bhakti also. In due course of time. So that principle of reciprocation goes very nicely. Very, very nice. So, and this is how we can uh, uh, this is how we can develop relationship with any temple project also. So we very nicely serve, and because the service, the mission is getting accomplished, the temple project very happy. Everyone, all the devotees, the management temple project, they're happy, you know, and they will give many nice facilities back. Temple is flourishing, everybody gets very nice facilities back. That is very encouraging and nourishing, and devotees can surrender more. So this principle is a very nice symbiotic principle actually, which works very beautifully. In fact, in Guru Shishya relationship also this principle only works. If the disciple working very nicely for the spiritual master's mission, spiritual master very happy. Uh, so because he's happy, he's very seeing the disciple working very nicely for spiritual master mission. The spiritual master will give time, encouragement, everything because he's happy. And the disciple will get time, encouragement, appreciation from the spiritual master, which will be very encouraging and nourishing. So the disciple can surrender more also then, and be more enthusiastic. But suppose the disciple doesn't do anything for the spiritual master, uh, then what happens? Spiritual master also understand this person good for nothing, simply takes away time, not doing anything, for the mission, and so he may not give that much time, encouragement, energy, and all that. So then what happens? There is only, no reciprocation. So reciprocation only comes by this principle, the symbiotic principle of service. And to do that, bhakti is required. Bhakti Shakti is required to do that. To do that, we need Bhakti Shakti actually. And that is where Dharma comes first. So what is called as responsibility? Responsibility means soaking in Dharma and then translating Dharma into the manifestation of karma. So that is called as responsibility. So soaking in the principles of Dharma and applying those principles in action and activity. That means channelizing the karma according to Dharma. That is called as irresponsible. And irresponsible, careless people don't care about dharma, and therefore they don't care about any matrix which can channelize their actions. Now that is very unfortunate. So therefore, the sadhaka's meditation should always be, how can I offer whatever I have or whatever I can have to the Supreme Lord, and how best I can offer whatever I have or whatever I can have to the Supreme. So when we focus on that, how can I offer? In fact, we see all of us have these two roles. We will see all of us have these two roles. We have a role as a citizen, we have a role as a representative of the government. In Bhakti, we have both the roles simultaneously. As a citizen, as a disciple, as a devotee, as a bhakta, Allah, मानस देहो गेहो जो किछु मोर अर्पिलो तू अपदे नंद किशोर. That's a citizen's role. Don't hesitate in giving everything to the Supreme Lord. Why? Because there's surety. Supreme Lord will return everything, and it will come in a very loving manner. And when it comes in loving manner, then one should not just sit and keep enjoying. Ah, very nice. Ah, na? Good, I became devotee. I am getting free stay, free prasad. Na? I can study. I can sit in Boston. I can sit in Montreal. I can sit anywhere. Na? I'll get free stay, free prasad. Na? No. When you get some return, then think yourself as a representative of the government. That, oh, I have got stocks. I have got yes, solitary mode. So, so when one gets return, one should not just sit and enjoy. Okay, Mahaprasad has come. Na? Very nice Mahaprasad has come. Let me just eat it, give it in the fridge, eat it for 3 days. No, when Mahaprasad comes, should look out. Hey, whom should I distribute? Na? Na? Whom should I distribute Mahaprasad? When mercy comes in our life, we should share. We should think like we are like a representative of the government. And then facilities have come, distribute to everyone. Distribute to everyone. So one should think like that, not just sit and enjoy. Okay, this will be nice cake, Mahaprasad has come. I'll eat it, everything myself. Now we'll get indigestion. Very simple. Very simple. We share. Then that is so that is how we have these two rules. And if we think and if you always meditate on these two rules, that uh, on offering on our Sharanagati to the Supreme Lord, the Spiritual Master, to the GBC, to the senior devotees, then that is one. And the second is the responsibility to share what reciprocation we have got with others, so that they can also be attracted and they can offer. So if you don't share, how will people understand what is the benefit of it? But we share, and people understand. Oh, this person is getting returns. He's sharing the returns also. Very nice. You know, I'll also get returns. Let me also. And they will also be inspired to invest their body, mind, and words to the Supreme Lord. So when we uh, uh, so when we meditate on these two roles, then we can actually accomplish the ultimate goal. of spiritual emancipation. The original goal rather becomes automatically manifest when we focus on these two roles. Let's stop here for today. Hare Krishna. Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. People.